Tonight, let me take you on a little tour. Tonight, let us tear up the dance floor. Tonight, I wanna give it to you hardcore. Tonight, let me fuck you with my heels on, yeah. Welcome back to another show with your cousins who inhale the good shit and exhale the bullshit about all things made in the West Indies. And in honor of Reggae Month and Black History Month, we're still jamming out to some reggae, but tonight it will be, with a little bit more flair, given that we're just coming off Love Day, aka Valentine's Day. So love you with my heels on. Red, you ever get love with your heels on or Valentine's Day?
No, I gotta be honest.
Yeah, okay.
No, never got love with the heels on.
Oh god. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, lady sauce said, and you like lady sauce. I just figured that you would have.
Well, counter question: have you made love with the heels on?
I think my parents listen to this. No comment.
Plead the fifth.
No comment. What's the Constitution? Which Constitution is that?
The fifth amendment, baby. You gotta plead the fifth. I mean, thinking about it, your mom probably made love with the heels on. So
My mother, my innocent mother. Why would you?
everybody think their mother's innocent.
Why would you say that? Not my mother. No. My lovely mother. But guys, welcome, and thank you for tuning in to episode 6 of season 2. Like the time is flying faster than I don't know Cupid's arrow this week, but it wouldn't be the Cousins NBS show without our listeners. So a huge thank you to you guys who have been listening to us, who have been sharing our streams on YouTube and Anchor and Spotify and all the other platforms that our show is available on. So big up on yourself. And for those of you who are tuning in live tonight, special thank you and welcome. I am Cousin Smishy V, your self-proclaimed whiskey connoisseur. And of course, with me tonight is my cousin, aka Mr. Fix It, my co-host, Red, the gal is from Yard, original. We want to add another name in there.
Let's compile them.
Let's add all of them and pack it up. But welcome, cuz. How your week?
It's an eventful week. It's the greatest month. We're officially in the greatest month.
I know. Isn't that day gone yet?
No, not yet. It's a whole month of greatness.
Okay. I know, but it's coming up soon, right?
Yes.
You have plans?
Huh?
You got some plans?
I will be in Georgia, your place.
Nice. When were you planning on telling me this?
I do it every year. You ask the same thing every year. For the last 6 years, I've done the same thing.
Yep, that's so true. But it will be a good time because hopefully we'll get to link up this time. It should be good.
Let's try. Let's see if we can make it happen.
I know. So I mean, it was Valentine's Day. The weather was warm. A lot of things happened this week. Like, did you celebrate Valentine's or did you just kind of let it pass you by?
What was that?
Did you celebrate Valentine's or did you just kind of let it do its thing?
It did its own thing. It morphed. So, as you know, Valentine's is also your uncle's birthday. So
yeah.
So it did its own thing. It morphed into its own thing.
Okay. I mean, I respect that.
I did show up with a nice teddy bear and decent flowers for Valentine's Day.
For whom?
Question mark.
Okay, fair enough. Like, I mean, it's good to celebrate love, let love be, and let love be loved. I don't know.
To me, and this is what always get me in trouble. To me, every day is Valentine's Day.
Yeah. As it should be.
I shouldn't wait one day to make you feel special.
I know. And I respect that. And I like guys who like that or who live by that notion. You know, every day should be Valentine's Day.
I don't know. It rubs some women wrong though, and I don't know why, but they really think the most of Valentine's Day, and you have to go all out. You gotta go hard.
Why not? I mean, every day is Valentine's Day. It's always like how I look at Mother's Day. It's like I love my mom every day, and I give her stuff, but on Mother's Day you have to braff a little bit, you know.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Something. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's my 2 cents. But,
I mean, I like to kick it off with some edible arrangement, you know.
Yeah.
Nice. Get it right.
Right. You know, I get up every day and buy edible arrangement and send it.
Right? Nah, but that's the thing. I like the mix up. I just don't want to wait till everyone's expecting it Valentine's Day.
Right.
It's like it's coming. Trust me, in the workplace, it's kind of like competition. You see your coworkers getting the shit, and you're like, my roses better be bigger than that. Mm-hmm.
Well, now that no one is actually in the office working, or for the most
well, let's just say social media office. So social media office. You want a van pull outside like Kanye West. You whole van full of flowers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for real. I feel that. I'm with you on that one. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. And I know tonight's episode is going to be a little bit different from what we're used to with our, segments and topics. But I feel like every blog or podcast has a story time feature built in. So we decided to cash in ours for tonight's episode. So story time activated. So nonetheless, tonight we'll be sharing a couple stories. I ran into this list a few weeks back. God knows, I don't know when, but some time ago. And I thought that it would be really good for us to chime in about it, since we haven't really had like a childhood or pastime discussion since season 2 started. And that was like maybe or most watch or listen to episodes of season 1. So we are bringing it back. So just put down that phone, whatever you're tuning into tonight, and just jam out for a little bit. We'll soon come back.
Nobody know, say me and you are fucked. Nobody nothing know, say you are give it up. Nobody nothing know, say you come over me yard. Baby, take off your dress. Nobody nothing know, say me and you are fucked. Nobody nothing know, say you are give it up. Nobody nothing know, say you come over me yard. Baby, take off your dress. Every time you come here, act like you don't want to breathe. And I tell me, say, you a sneak. But from looking at your eyes, me see the freakiness. Baby girl, make it unleash. And I like, say, me no treat you good. And I like, say, me no go hard. Every time you come at me yard, you are worry and your man they are your yard. Nobody nothing know, say me and you are fucked. Nobody nothing know, say you are give it up. Nobody nothing know, say you come over me yard. Baby, take off your dress. Nobody nothing know, say me and you are fucked. Nobody nothing know, say you are give it up. Nobody nothing know, say you come over me yard. Baby, take off your dress.
And we are back. I don't know, but that nobody nothing know. I feel like that's the perfect story time for whatever cranium I'm talking about. But that's for a whole other episode, because if we're doing that, somebody's gonna know.
You have to let your mom get a memo. Know that she shouldn't listen to the episode.
I don't know. Is my mom listening? I have to picture later. Yeah, I have to make sure if she's on, then we have to put a lot of caveat in there. But so guys, so welcome back, and we're just gonna jump right into our story time segment about this. But before we get into the more detailed part of it, I feel like just because it was Valentine's Day on Monday, like Red, I have to ask, what is the strangest thing you have ever done for love? Like, what is the biggest gesture you've done, or something that you're like, yo, may I eat it? I'm not ever do this again. Like, or would you do it again? Like, I don't know.
Well, well.
I'll say I give somebody a cock soup. I don't want to hear that.
No, the biggest gesture I ever did for love. It's a tough rub.
Okay.
It's a tough rub.
Okay, what's the stupidest thing you've ever done?
Well, I think the biggest gesture and the stupidest thing is the same thing to me because if it blows up in your face, it equals the same thing. So
Okay.
I think I have two big gestures I ever did.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one is telling my fiance that I would match her 1.5 times whatever she put in the savings account towards our future.
Uh-oh.
And the second one is dropping about 8K on a ring.
You're only saying that now.
Oh, hindsight's 50-50. I mean, if it worked out, we wouldn't be talking about it.
Okay.
So,
Right. So it's more like the aftermath, like, damn it, I did that, hoping that it would work out, and then it fucked me in the ass.
Yeah. I didn't listen. I didn't hire a plane to write "I love you" in the sky or none of those crazy shit.
I mean, you're not Geico. What the fuck? Why would you do that?
Yeah, I did something, a great gesture that I thought would benefit us somehow.
Right.
And those are probably the most two outlandish things I ever did, in my opinion.
Okay.
And what about you?
Is my mom on the call?
I imagine showing up in like an Inspector Gadget jacket with nothing underneath it and then some red heels. Just like, hey.
I don't know. The stupidest thing I ever did. Let's see. Save my lunch money, I never knew my lunch to go buy a present. I don't know. Maybe that heels thing. I'm gonna almost blind the person and I end up in a prison. I don't know. Trying to be lady saw. That I would never do that again. I would say that.
Well, I didn't know you were going that far back. I mean.
Oh, but I mean, I said ever. It wasn't like a timeline.
Well, I think those two.
I
think those two are the greatest gesture I ever did. But the thing is, to get something good, you gotta invest in it. So I will make those mistakes again.
Yeah, you have to. It's 50-50. You never know if it's ever gonna work out.
Well, if I find her to be worth it, I will make that investment. I will be the dumbass.
But you're going to be more hesitant now that you've got burned.
Every bad relationship take a chip off the old block.
That's so true. Yes. It's more layers to, to unravel when you found somebody that you probably want to do it to again. You're like, well, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you get every bad relationship or love move you make, just make you a worse lover.
Yeah. But I forgot to ask you, what are you cracking tonight? I'm doing a yin yang.
I am on the smoothest train.
Ooh, what's that?
Modelo. Yes.
Oh, I figured. I gotta say, the other day I went out with my friends for lunch and they bought a picture of that and I did not like it. It was nasty.
Whoa.
I only enjoy it when I'm in Puerto Rico or Mexico.
Whoa. Hands down, I think it's the beer choice. It's so smooth. So it sits good on the stomach. It doesn't make you pee a lot. It doesn't make you burp. It gets you zinging. It's so good.
We're not talking about beer tonight because I have a lot of feelings about that.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
And then almost everything in the pitch is bad. Did they do the old ice in the bag trick or?
No, they didn't do it. It was just a picture.
Warm, just a warm pitch.
Warm, yeah.
Oh, that would be a turn off.
Yeah, and then like you're playing pool and there are guys and girls, and then by the time
Okay, you know what? You know what? I think they gave you some uncut shit that they said
Yeah.
was Modelo. I just
Not
want.
even lemon could bring the taste back from that. Because I had like a couple slices of lemon dumped in mine. Like,
Yeah, no. I think that's a bad vibe. Sorry.
okay. There we go. Well, anyways, let's just jump right into it. So, right, do you want to do it? Do you want to give yourself a point for each that you've done, or do we want to take the competition out of it? Because I might have to dig up some really good stories if we're going for points for points.
I mean, to make it more interesting and hot for the audience,
Uh-huh.
we can
Okay.
keep check. But
Okay.
in all fairness, I probably have 3 or 2 years on you, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, that's good. But
So
I mean, years doesn't say anything. It's all experience. Like,
that's
you know
true.
what I
That's true.
mean? So,
The Japanese say you do have to spend 10,000 hours on one thing to be a master. So
there we go.
let's
Okay.
see.
With that said, let's see if I can skip number one on the list and go to my favorite of all time. You ever drop out on a mango tree? Have you ever?
I have never fell out of a tree in my climbing career.
Me either. But I
And
have a lot of stories about being in a mango tree with somebody like drop out.
I've seen couple drops. The closest I came to dropping on a tree is an aki tree, and I went
Oh,
out on an old dry limb. I
mm-hmm,
had Lego with me, and
mm-hmm,
I on the way down I regained composure and
mm-hmm.
managed to grab on the next limb. That's the because if you know one thing, aki limb or Swiss up limb are some of the more durable limb.
Yeah.
You can
So that
really
rotten, it really rotten.
yeah. So
Yeah.
and then the thing with aki, if you know aki tree, even the dry limb and the rotten limb kind of look the same.
Oh shit, that's true.
It's hard to decide, especially you know aki tree.
If Auntie am told,
Yeah, you know
yeah,
aki tree are loaded. It's hard to tell.
yeah, that's so true. I was
So
gonna say Neesberry because
that's the next good one.
yo, let me tell you the thing that I used to hate about the Neesberry tree. I'm afraid of lizard. Like when I'm afraid of lizard, like right now, I would probably have a heart attack and dead. Like that's the little kind of levels we're talking about. And all of the lizard them were in the Neesberry tree, they'll freaking look like the limb. So you can never tell if you're holding on to.
One just jump on you.
Mm,
I listen. I have a next candidate for
okay.
strongling
Okay.
Guinea tree limb.
Oh, I lied. Me drop out a guinea tree already. No, no. Listen. And then when we drop, it was like a tree thump, like you know, when the root overgrow and they have like a big thump underneath the tree. That's how women drop kind. That was no.
So there's a funny story here that I don't know if I should reveal it, but it's pretty funny.
Okay. Am I involved?
No, you're not involved. You're
No.
not. Someone we know is involved. That you know. Let's just
Tell
say
the story.
involved dropping on a tree and losing a seed bug.
Oh, what's that? No, I'm sorry. Mommy, I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
You lying.
Me not lie. It's the truth.
How you lose a seed bag like it you mean it mash up? No, I need more information. How does one lose
Well,
balls?
it was a Neesberry tree in Lightful fell from the tree and literally rip a seed out the bag.
No. Me I try to think about who me know I have one seed. Somebody have one seed.
It's one of it's one of my uncle. So
So my uncle.
yeah,
What climb tree?
this happened before me and you,
How many ever hear this story again?
and they have one kid too. So is that one of them?
Explains it if you have one seed back here. Okay. I'm gonna need more information on this one offline. But guys,
Okay.
if you ever heard of somebody that lost a seed bag and it ripped, I don't even know what a seed looked like.
I imagine at some point in your life you see a goat seed. So
Yo, I didn't want to talk about that because back in the day, like when follow them I kill goat, like they used to roast the goat seed and the hog seed and eat it, you know. Like, okay, I'm not talking about that. So let's move on from that one. Have you ever time your neighbor pot? So basically this means like have you ever like waited for your
I
neighbors
I was a professional at pot timing.
not in your
Classic.
own yard, your neighbor pot?
I was a professional. Listen, I used to eat a 3 yard and then go home, see me dinner for next morning and fry up it next morning every day.
Me not talk family. Like your neighbor, when if well I guess everybody kind of grew up like
This is your neighbor. Like
yeah.
which definition you need? Like all right. So first I used
Because
to
when I think neighbor, I may think like Uncle Joe, which it's not really my neighbor, is my uncle, and then
so I,
he's my neighbor.
that's it. The definition of neighbor is the person that lives next door. It doesn't mean it's family. It has nothing to do with family. It's the person
But
that lives
then when
next
I think
door.
about like the other side of the fence, like your mad mother with a box of teeth that wants on my head. It's a wish people yard. You can't do that.
Well, I was a professional at this. I used to stop at Auntie Charlene,
Mm-hmm.
who's my auntie. Stop at Wayne, who's my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
We go back at him, cousin Rocky, and
Mm-hmm.
eat. And then we go home, and by the time I'm full, so in the morning, I have
Mm-hmm.
my food to warm up.
Yo, you're real, and nothing has changed. Like you literally eat like that now, the same way. If it's not Antidon or
Walk up punching, of course, it's built in.
oh my god, I haven't heard that term in forever. Pungent? What does pungent mean? Like, is there a American equivalent to that word, pungent?
I know there's no point.
Yeah,
Greedy?
no, pungent is like you sponge after people, like you licky. What is pungent?
That's a good one. Walk up punching.
Okay. We're gonna have to pick
Put
that
the,
one back up for next week. Pungent. I gotta put that on the list.
so no. So here's the funny thing.
Uh-huh.
So eating an Auntie Charlene is a guarantee,
Uh-huh.
right? Because Auntie Charlene used to walk with him from primary school
Mm-hmm.
and stop at Auntie, play a little bit, and then by the time you get a good 30 minutes of play, food
Right.
ready.
Uh-huh.
You get your food, now you can look a nice enamel dish
Mm-hmm.
with your enamel cup with 2 cubes of ice. Your boss, you think up, and then on
Well,
this,
that's it.
say me goodbye, go check
Uh-huh.
Wayne. No, so this is where it get tricky
Uh-huh.
because sometimes Wayne want punging. So Wayne
Oh,
he said,
shit.
"Me could go to my yard,"
Mm-hmm.
and then him and Rocky end up on my yard a punging.
Uh-huh.
So
So
sometimes,
punching is literally sponge, like you're sponging on somebody. Like, so like, yo, why
so
do we have to
so
make every
sometimes
word so
sometimes
difficult?
you are other people time for your part too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whole heap of people used to time mommy pot. That you know, like it's like them smell it and as it almost come out, see them a come through the chute or underneath the hackberry tree or somewhere, but they know so they're not done cook.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. All right. So one for you on that one. Um, let's see. You ever
Well, you got one too. Can you drop all that?
yes. So here's one on one. All right. What about you ever visited a reader man from St. Thomas? Obiama.
never, never. But I always wanted to. I
Yeah.
al- I always wanted to
Why?
because
What are you
I
hoping
want
to
yeah
see?
yeah. If you walk up here, me want to know the latter number. That's all me want. The only one to do.
What the letter number? Come on now.
That's it. I mean, if you're over here can kill people, then you over here can produce latter number.
Listen, I used to I used to be fearful of it. So there was this girl in my class right before we do GSAT where her grandmother take her to get bath before she did GSAT exam. Like said that did I go help her to pass to like a better school. you know? So like when I heard about this thing, because like growing up in St. Elizabeth, like when you hear about Obiang and things that you think about, if first thing come to your mind, a dopey and hell and Satan and all and things there. So, everybody study and it's time to do this exam. And then like we have like she told us that her grandmother was gonna take her to do that. She did don't tell we already said for everybody in her family when they get to that stage, from common entrance time till GSAT to whatever, the grandmother carry them to get the bath so that they have a better chance of doing well. So she come and school the morning in a devotion. Girl, well, I love man. She well, I love you can't tell. Say she put on a little something. And me say, me not stand up side of you. I don't care if they kick me out of the rank. Whatever they put on you, now come on me.
I have a better question. Did it work?
She passed the steps. Me don't know if that
no, it's so strong. The oven was so strong.
so strong because if you got about me, I think that listen, y'all skip grade 7 and go 9. Like that island of if I
not in Manchester or Hampton State.
Or a bishops, nothing. States.
Bishop.
So I don't know how that the island go on, but all me to just thank God say she not sit down beside me because you know how when you do exam it's alphabetical order. So her last name was Grand. Let me see A B C D E F G. So my last name is Fox. So me a press a couple more F there between the G them because me no want her sit down beside of me.
Lord.
Man,
yeah, never. But I always wanted because I always been so curious about everyone. I always hear story about. They always seem to be Uncle Shaq or Uncle Fuck or something like that.
People are so committed, like they literally pay and save money. It's like having a lawyer on retainer. Then pay the other man for things like if them a go a doctor, they have to go get a read up first before. So you're gonna pay money for that.
I must admit, I would pay the overman for the latter number though. That's it.
Which one time you go down, next time you go to Jamaica, me know say you go over St. Thomas. So.
I need a number, boss. That's it. Easy one. No, I don't want to kill nobody or nothing. Need a number.
That's crazy. All right. You ever shit a bush?
Plenty of time. Too many times. Too many times.
I need to hear the shit a bush story. Tell it to Auntie V.
Plenty of time. That's like a pastime growing up.
But why? Were you like far from home or you just feel for shit a bush? Like why you shit a bush? Yeah, shoot bird. What are the circumstances?
Plenty of things. Yeah, play ball, or shoot bird, or you just have a wicked shit spot in the hill.
I think we lost him. Oh, here. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying. Me either. I'm not sure, but I said we're both back now. I'm not sure what happened, but for a minute, I was saying before it cut out, like, how do you have a spot where you do that? Like, doesn't it smell after the first time or one or two times?
No, man. No.
What do you mean? You don't know. Explain it to me.
No. So So when you hit the hill, you have a spot,
Mhm.
like a nice spot. Usually like a you ever go
A
a
rough
hill and you find a rock
one.
wall where it seems to never
Ah,
end?
yeah,
That's your
yeah.
spot. And then after you done shit, and you have a nice white utensil like a
Mhm.
popsy bush or a smooth rock,
Mhm.
couple smooth rock.
Mhm.
Boy,
Apart
you
than no
just
stretch
you
out your
drop a
body.
no man, you have to know use. Listen, using a smooth rock is like using a coconut spoon.
No, no, that
Yeah,
can't be the same thing.
no, it's like using it. Like when you get the spoon from the inside of the coconut itself.
You mean when you eat out the jelly coconut?
Yeah. Like
No, you
you
use
know when
that
you
like
get
it.
the
Yeah,
no,
me
I'm
use.
saying using a smooth rock is like using that. Like using a
Oh.
you don't think it's gonna work until you know how to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
But Popsy
When
and
you think
Ballad are the boss.
when you think about Pina Hill, I mean I think about a black heart.
Black Heart.
Yeah, dead.
Oh,
The body
I,
school in there? No,
I
sir.
think I think for females it's a little different. That's not a line that
Mhm. No, I've
most
had to
females like.
see. I've had to, and I would say this maybe one of my most, I wouldn't say embarrassing, but not my proudest moment being in a relationship is like we were coming from, I don't even know where, but obviously if we're on the road, like we're drinking, we're at some bar, we done shell down a couple of Heineken. And we're coming from St. Elizabeth going back to Kingston. By that time, I was living in Kingston. And when I reached on the toll, must say Highway 2000 was very new back then. There's no bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
there's no rest stop, there's no nothing. And I tell you, say, the people walk me from road, Clarendon, the gas station after you pass the I mean a holy, I twist up in about 7 because they say, you don't want to stop. There's no way for even stop because I just bush. Cause you know, say once you touch the toll until you come out
Mm-hmm.
at the Portmore exit or right down the side 3 mile, I just bush. I mean I say, but at this point, I blind. I am a turn off my head. We can't hold it no more. I'm gonna say, yo, we have to stop. Like, me not care. And I had to just fly out on the highway and just like piss because what else am I gonna do? Is either that or you piss on his seat. And do you really want to do that?
I
Like,
mean, to
no,
me that would be more embarrassing is peeing in your seat.
exactly. So
To
I was just
me,
like,
if you pee outside, that's just natural.
yeah, but you piss up bush and I have, ugh. It was just like strong legs, tinkle, tinkle, shaky, shaky. And then you had to go
I
again.
mean, you have to shake off the front and go again. Yeah, that's it.
But
That's,
not number two. I can't imagine like doing number two, not having the proper wiping stuff, and then going back to sit beside somebody or go play a ball or shoot, but or whatever y'all do
listen,
in the hills. We're gonna do it.
listen, man. Listen, nothing no white body sweeter than nice. Two broad ballad leaf. That's it.
I
That's
am
better than
done.
any shaman.
That's a
That's
whole
better than any.
t-shirt logo.
That's better than any shaman. I mean, anyone listen to this and you know hit that bush, then I found country. It's
Yeah,
simple
like
as that.
tell us about the Ballard Leaf people. Like if you whenever you listen to this, whether it's on Spotify or right now, like if you've ever used Ballard Bush to wipe your ass, like let me know. Cause that's insane.
Listen, Ballad and Popsy are the
Hmm.
boss.
Oh God. I
So
think
I
that was
mean,
some of the best times for
different parish might call it something different because we have our
yeah,
own.
that's true. We have our own language for everything. That's so
Yeah,
true.
so but I think ballad should be universal, or maybe ballad don't grow like
No, because even like how we call Coolie Plum or Huckberry, people call it different things, which it's
yeah
just
yeah
so
yeah yeah yeah
weird.
yeah yeah. I
Yeah,
know for sure. Hagler and
yeah,
Cool are two ones that's
yeah,
challenging.
very
And
challenging. Like, oh,
Chermina too.
yeah, outside of Saint Elizabeth, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, They don't know. That's very true. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe they, maybe ballad. You
Yeah,
know what's funny?
maybe ballad is bastard. Who knows?
You know what's funny? How much rosemary tree we have a yard, and like no one ever started cooking with it.
I
Like,
know. You know, it's so freaking funny. Like how I am here in America and I buy rosemary in the grocery store to, roast stuff and bake stuff with. And I'm just like, rosemary is something you're not even wanting in your yard when you grew up, you know?
rosemary good for crinkling.
Crank, yes, catch fire.
That's it. Oh, I lie. Crinkling, and when you get cut, you broke the leaf and drip the liquor.
Look a white milky
The,
pot.
yeah,
Yeah.
nothing he'll cut like that.
Hmm.
Those are only good rosemary. Never thought about putting a chicken breast stuff with rosemary in the oven.
I do that now. Like I love a good rosemary and lemon like stuffed baked chicken when I'm doing it for people. Like just the smell. Huh. So
It
weird.
does give good flavor. So I'm
Mm,
not surprised that ballad wouldn't show up on anyone's radar.
I'm gonna Google that to see what the actual like species or the proper name for it is.
Ballad.
But yo, you know what met the best crane crane? Bet you never tell me. Other than
No,
maca, other than maca tree,
maca
lime
maca tree and
tree,
rosemary. Maca tree and rosemary make good crinkling.
dry lime tree limb, that make crane crane.
Oh, that when I start bun
That,
that not old.
that know what?
That not old.
No, that can't out. Oh, tomorrow you can go roast
Mm-hmm.
cashew seed and all that. Well, we wouldn't say kushu because
Bushu,
I can't say cashew. I have to say kushu.
bushu.
Yeah, roast kushu seed.
Yeah, yeah, pretty eating. Yeah, bushu.
No, no more putting up the thing. All right. You
Mm.
ever add ketchup in a curry goat or curry chicken?
Fuck with that. Fuck with that.
What else?
Fuck,
That tastes good. What?
fuck with that.
Good.
Ketchup in a curry? No, son. Mm-mm. You,
All right.
where,
Before
where that
I
shit about?
remember that as some of my finest days before high school, before I stopped eating meat. And when you have the fried chicken with the curry gravy and the ketchup, Jesus Christ of mercy. It's nice. It's nice, bad.
So, you said
It's
fried
really
chicken. That's acceptable,
no.
but curry?
Then you know have the curry gravy pan and then a little bit of curry in it too. Nice.
Yeah, that's like non-contact. But yeah, that well, like add curry,
It
ketchup in
never.
a curry, like.
Oh, you mean like when
Mm-mm.
you cook it?
I was like,
No,
that
son. We
makes
don't
you
go
look sick.
cook it with it, but we eat curry and ketchup. All right, people. If we don't eat curry with ketchup, let me know if I mean one.
Not,
No.
not trust nobody with eat curry ketchup. Well, I don't like the thing was St. Thomas. That's
No. All right. You ever lay away at night food?
no, sir. Because you know why? Most night food are hungry.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. The
the
soup.
soup a long water.
Mm-hmm. But not,
The
not,
the, the
and not
bully bee
unless I feel with family.
the bully bee sandwich them stretch out with mayonnaise till
And ketchup in it too.
yeah, get your mayonnaise stretch out long till the only good thing you can say with a night will even worth it. You might get a couple of sprat and bread.
Aye. I look
The
cool,
box liquor. That's it.
cool.
Little spread and bread for box liquor.
Yeah,
But like
true.
sometimes
Or fried
no.
chicken. Mm-hmm.
Yes, you know what, if you go somebody night when
Mm-hmm.
the people they are foreign or them a foreign somebody, then
Mm-hmm.
you know say the food are got decent. Then I go about the long out the soup
So tuna sandwich and something, don't you?
eh,
Aye.
yeah, you know say that come decent. But if a local that happy.
But I with
Just
that.
look for the fish. Look for the fish.
All right. Somebody say if you ever visit a river in a Manchester and before you say anything, down a river and Saint Elizabeth.
That, you know what? That is a funny. That is a
Manchester
funny
don't have
sentiment.
no river.
That is a funny
Yeah.
sentiment. So, as you and I know, we both
What
went to New
size?
Paris, right?
Me go upon the east side of river. Me stay upon the St. Elizabeth side.
The whole like that Manchester.
Me
So,
drive through both sides.
so as me and you both went to New Paris, right?
Mhm.
What's
Yep.
New Paris?
Mhm.
What's New Paris considered,
Manchester.
right?
Yeah.
And Alligator Fan.
Manchester technically, but a St. Elizabeth.
Well, I know,
I
but
didn't know.
Clown.
Plowden, Manchester.
But the thing is, nobody from in the era ever said they come from Manchester.
No, and who of them want vote for Len Blake, them where represents St. Elizabeth.
It's the funniest thing ever. Like nobody from Alligator Fan Clothing and
Because
New Forest ever said they come from
it
Manchester.
was St.
I St.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Mhm. Tell me how you cannot come down gutters and Santa Cruz or St. Elizabeth, right? And
Mhm.
gutters Prospect and Manchester. That makes sense? Who whoever draw that map they need to
So
start.
hold on. So Gotha's Prospect is considered Manchester too?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And then Alpata and Niana St. Elizabeth. Prospect and Manchester.
I did not know that.
Prospect and Manchester.
I did not know that.
But yeah, because
I did not know that.
Jones,
I did not know that. I know that New Forest, somewhere Downsby, Manchester too.
no, Jones, British, that's St. Elizabeth. But Prospect and Manchester. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. None of the people that not close to them from Manchester.
No. They're
Even
mad.
when like we see on flyers, it's
Uh-huh.
like party alligator fan, it's an alligator fan St. Elizabeth.
Exactly.
It's like it's the funniest thing ever. Like
Yeah, Jamaicans
It-
are the best. They have no
it's only trust me, it's only when I become big man I know that those era was Manchester.
them the things that only matter when it comes to official documents, passport and birth paper.
Yeah, it's only when I became a big man I know like me go to New Forest and I always thought New Forest was part of St.
Manchester.
Elizabeth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Makes
There's
sense.
there's no indication of Manchester anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Me either. Okay, this one is
That
gonna
means
be
it.
funny. Talking
So
about
so
New Forest.
hold on there. So that means you can wake up and come up in your house at St. Elizabeth and then go to your toilet in Manchester.
Exactly, because that airport that come up and come down to the train line, that's St. Elizabeth.
I know.
And then,
That means it. That means it. You got wake up at St. Elizabeth and shit a man devil.
no, but what I know, and then the airport that come up and right, this of New Forest could go up through the hill there, Bulsa, you know, and Bulsa, St. Elizabeth.
Yeah.
No,
But
of course,
yes. But nobody from Alligator from Duffos, Clothing,
Mhm.
New Forest consider themselves Manchester.
No.
Like if
Why?
you look on the driver's license, it probably says St. Elizabeth.
Yeah, yeah, but here them a go a mandeville, a supermarket, everybody got a junction because it's the closest. That's crazy.
Well, from my understanding that
Mm.
Manchester was the only parish without a river or sea. That's how they end up with Alligator Fan.
But then somebody now talking about that noisy river. Yo, whatever.
Where's
Where?
that?
So it's supposedly somewhere in Manchester. Mandeville, I don't know. But
Well, Mandeville does have a sea coast, but accessing it is difficult.
which sequels? In a Mandeville?
Yeah,
Sit down.
the edge of it, but getting to it is very difficult. You're not gonna get to the.
Sit down. You must see I run on the Alpha but belt line. I must see my man put in that.
Listen, if I'm Manchester, don't think we're laughing at
And then
you.
say,
I did live 2.5 years in Manchester. So
somebody have to tell me about that everybody with their Manchester. Carry me good on there. I make me wash my head like
Is
this
it down or up or up?
up, up, half it up, yeah. Okay, next. Have you ever said boom while singing the national anthem?
Yeah,
Yeah,
plenty times.
plenty time.
That seemed normal.
Yeah. Jamaica, boom.
Boom.
Oh, when you say it in your head, you know.
Plenty times. Then you know the best part, you know, devotion and the teacher walk through line while you sing.
Mhm.
You ever get a rule across the back of your neck?
That's funny. Okay. Next up, you ever keep quiet in an embassy line? I guess, yeah.
Well, I don't. The first time I went to embassy, I was like 5 or 6 years old.
I've only ever been there once.
So I don't know. We went with our official paper, so I don't think that one applies to me.
Okay. Um, ever hiked the Blue Mountain? Yes.
I never been to Blue Mountain before.
Well, that's gonna have to get on the list
There's a lot. I still have plenty of places to discover in Central like before I even go to Blue
before you ever venture
Mountain. So
out of city.
yeah, I need to get finished explore. There's no
Uh-huh.
kind not tell you I'm gonna read yet.
Have you ever had jerk pork from Boston, Portland?
Never been to
Yeah, it's
Portland yet,
pork.
and I don't
You've
eat
never
pork.
been to Portland.
Nope.
I haven't had jerk pork because I don't eat pork, but I've had their jerk conch. It's pretty decent.
Well, I hear that's where jerking supposed to start, so I would hope we can align with
Well, from the people who have had it with me, they was like, it's kind of overrated. Like, actually, pork probably better or oxo. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to be biased, you know, but
It
you
is
know.
hard. It is hard to not be biased.
But I seen so much people come on Ashi and they're licked tongue. So
No, man. Actually, did I go on with things, man?
yeah. But
Mhm.
I mean, it's one of those famous destinations as
Mhm.
a Jamaican tourist. I
Mhm.
want to try.
Yeah, I think you should. You should try it. I loved Portland. I enjoyed my time there. I always enjoyed my time in Portland.
I mean, I think I've been to like a minimum of 5 parishes. So
Damn, that's
yeah,
bad.
let's recap.
Are you
Saint
even
Anne,
Jamaican?
Saint Anne, which is where Duns River Fall is, right?
Yeah.
Westmoreland, Negril,
Mhm.
Montego Bay,
Mhm.
St. James, right?
Yeah.
So what's that? Three,
Mhm.
Manchester,
Okay, 4.
4.
You've been
I,
to Kingston.
I've been through Kingston.
St. Elizabeth, 5.
5, and that's it.
Really?
That's it.
You never go Clarendon, Niven?
Oh, I've been to. I never stopped. I stopped in Clarendon and get patty.
That's going
Yeah,
6.
but like never like let me talk to a local
Or go
or
there for like hang out or go
or
out.
go on bar and see what they invite.
Uh-huh.
Like I've been to a couple bars in Westmoreland. It's the saddest bar vibe ever. You want JB rum? I'm more JB rum. And
Yo,
you order one beer and the lady say okay, and then do so and blow off any dusty. And you say, let me get one more beer and say we done.
or or this is the funniest thing that about Westmoreland. Like you order a beer in the bar and
Mhm.
it chef run the next door go borrow it from
Exactly.
and
I
bring it
see.
like,
Listen, I got a quick Westmoreland bar story here.
Mhm.
So it's when my fiance used to work in Negril.
Mhm.
So me, my cousin, auntie, husband, we are go uh, Westmoreland. So we are drive and drink all day. We make an event out of it.
Right.
Tap a Southfield.
Mhm.
We tap
Love it.
a
It's my favorite pastime to do in Jamaica, just bar hopping. Like
yeah. We tap a Red Dot. We tap
Mhm.
a Barber Hall. We tap a Black River.
Right.
We tap a Tree Road.
Yes.
We tap a border. I get my
Yeah.
big bossy fish with me fish tea. And
Yeah.
then look a shop on the left hand side there, right over there, look a river
Yep.
past it. We tap this up. Okay.
we tap our uncle bar on the hill there, on stilt when you go down.
Yeah, before you go down and
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we tap a Sav again. And then
Mm-hmm.
we tap one bar at a big bridge. And that was when the excitement started. So when we there Jamaica, we drink hot Guinness.
Lord have mercy.
And you know how the bar them, you know the bar them boys, that's my favorite beer by the way, hot Guinness.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how the little triangle thing and they have the liquor display and usually, you know, so it nice and stack out.
Yeah, man.
Right? So so my cousin I drink cold Heineken, auntie husband drink hot Heineken, and I'm drink hot Guinness, and I say, yeah, give it two, I eat. And we order. And by the time the first one done, we order Rio. Then the lady look how he
Uncle, where did it come from?
look like he confused, like somebody thinks say she never hear me. So an old man come to the bar and I say, so he did like a mouse run here and rum with water.
My way past smile if you buy my drink, man.
And so me ask him, I say, Pops, you want a drink? He say, yeah. He said, me get a drink at JB. I say, no, you want one beer? You want one cold beer. You want, so you take the first sip, you want look at me and say, a long time I drink the mess in here.
Yo.
All I drink is JB. The word, you want your teeth pain, you drink JB, bro. Guarantee you. Only if you do JB rum or rubber people when they faint.
Only thing if you use JB rum, do a chop and pork, we see maggot that come out of it. Not on a purpose.
I rub up somebody when they faint. That's it. You chang it up.
Yo, me see how the rum that the whole heap of my cousin them.
JB?
Kirk them. You ever see how Kirk Ivan Kirk drink all that?
No, me drink it one time. I said, no, this is raw. This is unpurified.
Undistilled.
When you swallow it, you can track it through your digestive system. You can follow it.
It works in the strongest whiskey I've ever tasted.
You can track it. You can follow it. Go right down to the belly. When you pee out, you know, say that come out.
You know how that snaps there, open up like a window. You know, when Dexter say, open up like a window.
Mm-hmm.
And so the JB open up your intestine, like.
Yeah, you can track it. You have a GPS unit on it. You can follow it.
Man, you have to shake it off 2 times and spin and come again and say, yeah.
That won't damage that to your liver and kidney.
I tell you, man, like, I think that's the first and only time like I can remember like vividly ever being like drunk to the point when I wake up the next morning and say, me? Drink again? You're mad. Never. Not happening. Where I was in college, I think I was going U at that time, and you know, Sundays for us at U it was like we'll go Maiden Key or we'll go Lime Key. Like, you know, I had some friends that had boats, and so Sunday I flex and we'll go Keys. And we out there, we drink and the vibes nice until it means that night catch we out there, we go from about 10 o'clock and night catch we out on the water. So by the time we come back now, vibes still nice, and we get to the bar and then sit there and run out a Heineken. The only thing they have a white rum. I'm gonna say, you know what? Pour me a drink, cause me not tap drink. Jesus Christ. Yo.
I believe
never know so much stuff me in my body could have come out.
I believe the worst drunk you can get is
white rum. Have to.
JB rum or Appleton.
No, drink
Them the two something there. So I got a next funny JB rum story for you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for my grandmother set up, my cousin Foley we go market, buy like 5. You know the Isle Gallon jug them with alcohol now?
Yeah.
5 of them in the JB Kulu.
Jesus.
And then so when
you do that set up drink then I have to buy in a bulk.
Yeah. But no, when you do you get old rum bottle like rain of you and refill them. And then when you do
he mixed every chaser half rum,
Oh
half
my
chaser. So
God.
and he went to one at a time, Lee, big speech, Lee.
Yeah.
So big speech, pour himself a drink, and the man threw the chaser. The man said,
Yeah.
he first thing he said, hi, the more chaser been pour, the stronger the rum be. Hey, Fishy.
Yeah.
You see the one about 20 man fall up on 19th. You see half a life full over there on 19th.
Yeah, tell
The
you.
whole of your cousin them on 19th fall up and
Come
done.
over
And
after that. You can't move.
I know one man drunk. I mean, but
Yeah.
you see, everybody know the rum head them. So he
Uh-huh.
only give the rum head them the chaser with the
Yeah.
mix.
The junk them fast.
What that? But listen, man, tell you man drunk. I want that one. We see a sleep.
Hmm?
A good one. I see someone man laugh
Yeah.
up on a tent like poison. They poison.
Yeah, man, lie down in your bed yet and feel like you better swim. You feel like
Oh Lord.
you feel
Hey,
like listen.
listen. You know when I way if you help that, just catch 1 foot over his side. I do. That it working. Just catch 1 foot over his side. I bet. No time better than nothing.
What does that do?
I don't know. I think it's a psychological thing. You just rest 1 foot
Listen,
off
man.
the edge of the bed.
My thing is like I just the cold floor. Like anytime that feeling comes over me, let me just have to find cold floor, and it's like it just knocks on life back in a year. Boy, I don't want to feel that again. That's why I don't drink it. The only time, and this is just me, like for me, I always have at least 2 bottles of white rum in the house. But for me, it's like a cure all. Like if I have a flu or I have a headache or I feel, a little stuffy, honey, white rum, squeeze a lime or a lemon and
Mm-hmm.
take a shot. That's it. But to sit down a bar and say me I go drink white rum, you're mad, man.
No, Tappy.
No, I don't drink that.
The thing is when I consume too much rum, it make my teeth them like brittle.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
like they feel like you rub your tongue across them. Same thing with wine.
Acid.
They just feel so brittle. They
Mhm.
hurt.
That's crazy. Oh, well, let's see if we can do one more because we're coming up on our hour. I have a couple. Let's see which one we can. You ever use pit toilet? Do you want to use that one? Or there's this one that if you ever had ackee and corn pork. I said, let's do the pit toilet. Oh, you ever ride donkey?
Yes.
You ever ride donkey?
Yes, there was a donkey down Portsea.
Shit. I've never been on one, but I always see them, but never ride donkey yet.
There was a donkey down Portsea where we used to climb like hackberry tree. There used to be a hackberry tree and a pimenta tree or a donkey pen and jump on him back
Mm-hmm.
and thief a ride.
Oh shit.
So,
Perhaps whose donkey was it?
I don't know. This donkey down Portsea.
The Steve, the
One
donkey.
it used to be one old man, one old man with plant tobacco.
Me
And
know
he-
him. He always a push and a lead the donkey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
but never ride.
And it's the thief right now. I don't know who he is, but
Yeah. So I have to tell you my favorite pit toilet story. So apparently when I was little, my bigger sister, like Tishan, every time I used to like cry whenever she was leaving, like we used to run after her and they couldn't get me away from her. So so Tishan used to live over Cuddy time. So one day she'll leave and in order to hide me so that she could get away without me crying, they put me up in an outside toilet to hide so that Tishan can't get to go. So one time, then just put me down like on the seat.
Mhm.
My sister said one time, then go back now, if you go for me because Tishan gone, they only see me little hand and gun.
that would have been a bad way to die.
I would have been a shitty ass baby.
Yeah, it would have been a bad way to die.
Yo, they only catch me by the tip of my finger, you know?
Oh God.
How they would that get me onto that epic day?
Oh God. Yeah, that would have been a bad way to die. That would have been a shitty death.
They would have to dash with the whole pick me.
So the thing I remember the most about Pit Toilet,
because
Mhm.
everyone growing up in my era had one. I mean,
Mhm.
privileged few didn't have one, but
Right.
using talent at night. So you used to go down, you have your toilet paper with you, and you have a newspaper roll up, and you light your newspaper,
Right.
find your way seat, and you'll behold how much cockroach I run.
Oh my.
If you ever make a mistake and sit down without finding the light, oh Lord.
You feel like it's a tingle back there.
I believe that's how we get back to
Oh my god. Because someone said, oh, this is nice.
nice. I believe that's how they created.
Oh my gosh. That's a good one. Oh, this is good. Well, other than pungent, guys, that is the end of our live hour. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed listening to our stories as much as we enjoyed sharing them with you tonight. But yeah, please leave us a comment and let us know if you have experienced any of the ones that we've talked about tonight. But don't forget to tune in next week at 8 p.m. because we have more raw, honest, and relatable conversation coming your way. So tell your cousins, to tell your cousins, to tell your mama, tell somebody to come listen to us.
That's right.
I
We need
am
more
so
people.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we get so many more views from our pre-recorded shows than our live show, but we still love you guys nonetheless. You're listening, so it still means a lot to us. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I am Cousin Smishy V, and of course, Cousin.
Red is here. Good night, guys.
We're signing off. Love you. Stay safe.
Bye.
He took my hit and said my dish keeps him coming back. He likes it tight and said yours is just a little slack. Girls, don't get mad at me, I'm only telling you the fact. I've got your man and you can't do anything about